I think it's important to clarify at this point of the series that this isn't just theology, this is also a pastoral attempt to help people out. This conversation affects real people, both currently and eternally. And we need to understand that and humble ourselves enough to be able to consider someone outside of our own selves. A lot of times, I think a lot of Protestants on TikTok get a bunch of flack because they try to contend for the faith and people think that means they're attacking them. And you might feel like you're being attacked, but bottom line, the motivation of all of us is to get people to eternity with Jesus. And you can't have eternity with Jesus if you reject the idea that forgiveness is finished in Christ and the believer can rest. One produces confidence in Christ, the other often produces fear of falling away. And as you know, perfect love casts out fear, and there is no condemnation in Christ. The issue isn't whether Catholics love God, many deeply do. The issue is where the conscience ultimately finds peace. And the biblical Christian knows it's in Christ's completed work and not a lifelong process that may or may not be completed. The gospel in the New Testament consistently directs troubled believers outward to Christ, not inward to spiritual status. And that's why this discussion matters, not academically, but personally. When you propagate bad theologies, it hurts people, and it can cause people to actually lose their eternal lives. Which is to say that they never had it in the first place because they were in an oppressive false doctrine. I know that's kind of harsh, but it is that serious, and if you're not willing to humble yourself enough to recognize that, then I question where you stand with Christ.